This video is about GetQuin, and this is an app that you can actually use for free, but it does a really great job at aggregating your finances. One of the things that's happened in the last 10, 15 years is that for a lot of people, their investments have become decentralized. And what I mean by that is, they don't just have one brokerage account now. A lot of people have online brokerages, but also maybe you have cryptocurrency or, you just have these different your investments. I've done some videos on peer-to-peer lending. And so you have your investments in all these different places at once. And so GetQuin actually, what they can do is they can aggregate that all together. And interestingly, what's nice about GetQuin is even on the free plan, you can aggregate multiple accounts. A lot of software like this has a limit where you can't get the automatic syncing, or you can only add 2 accounts, that sort of thing. Not so with GetQuin. So this is going to be a video overview of the free version of GetQuin. So you can see here on the homepage, they've got a little feed, and they're building this social community where you can actually see some of the trending today, most traded, highest turnover for you, what's trending, what's recent, and the best of. And you can also put in your thoughts here. Now, this is just a demo account that I've done, and let me just show you here. They have some ads. I've actually used Nexo. I read this particularly if you're in Europe, and I'll put a link to Nexo as well. Yeah, different things. So you can search for different stocks or profiles or cryptocurrency, that type of thing. And let's just look for NVIDIA here, and it will just pull up the stock here, so you can see the chart. And so if you're premium, you can add a benchmark, which I think is really interesting because this allows you to compare this to, let's say, the S&P 500, and that's going to make you a much better investor. There's also dividends here. You can see the dividends here and the growth, and your portfolio. They got the dividend history. So this is all very good information. And then they've got some frequently asked questions, right, about this. This again helps you to research, and then you'll hear some of these other dividend stocks that you can see, different trending securities, all kinds of stuff, and then just some overall market cap. So it's really interesting what you can dig into here. This is the free version that I'm going to have that I'm showing you right now. And then I put a couple things into the portfolio just to see what it is. These are some accounts that I don't really use, but you can see that we've got a Quest Trade account, a Coinbase account, and you can look at things aggregated or just these individual accounts here, and you can see the different positions that you have. And it keeps track of your sold. That's really interesting as well. And your transactions, right? So it keeps track of all this for you. So this makes a lot of sense, as you can see here. And you can look at these in some different aspects, particularly if you upgrade to a paid plan. So this will be the favorites here. And so you can create your watch list here, which again helps you look at some of these different things. And so let's say you do some research, you find some ETFs that you want to follow, put them on a watch list, and then you can compare them to different benchmarks. So the upgrade, you get all of this. So dividend KPIs, forecast calendar. So this is great if you invest in dividends, portfolio performance and allocation. So this will analyze your breakdowns, and then deep dive, which goes deep into the different stocks, and then benchmarking, which I think is really important. It's really reasonably priced, actually. 583 euros a month, or billed annually at 69, so $70 for the year. So it really makes a lot of sense if you want to track all your investments, see everything together, and most importantly, compare it to the benchmarks, because I think at the end of the day, that's what you want. And if you look at your individual portfolio compared to a benchmark, it gives you an idea of how you're doing as an investor and how your money is growing. As Peter Drucker said, what gets measured gets managed. And what that means is that you have to know how something is doing. You have to know the analytics before you can evaluate and make decisions. And I think far too many investors, they have their investments, but they're not benchmarking it. They're not tying it to any particular result. So I'll put a link to GetQuin at the end of the day, if you can just aggregate your data and see your portfolios in a lot of these different platforms a lot easier, all in one place, that makes a tremendous amount of sense. And you can do that all for free. So hit the link in the description and get your account at GetQuin. And if you're using it, let me know what you feel of GetQuin in the comments. And if you're using the benchmark feature, let me know that as well, and how that's helped you as an investor over a reasonable period of time.